Well, good Tuesday morning to you. Welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. But y'all probably knew that already. So, alright. This is Cafe Bustelo. Might have guessed that. Probably didn't know it, but might have guessed it. So, Tuesday, and we're going to make it a Tabac Tuesday as usual, just because I like routines, and that's kind of how we're doing it. So, today is the cream. And Tabac, good stuff. Big old bucket of German goodness. That's the best I can explain it. So, one of the gym boxes from back in the day. This one's actually in pretty good shape. And what's in the box, you say? A razor, I say. So anyway, ta-da. So this razor, and you notice you got a metal blade box here that says Damaskeene on it, and that's because we've got a Dammy this morning, a Damaskeene. This particular one is an open comb Damaskeene. It's in pretty fair shape. It's got some wear on the corners here, where from the case, kind of like you'd have holster wear on a pistol. A little round handle. Thing just feels great in your hand. Of course, it's the 1912 style design here. These were the early ones. And this one's got really nice, yeah, there you can see them. They're really nice blade stops that hold everything in really nice and tight, which is great. And if you look on the inside there, it says Damaskeene. And let's see here, where's my, I don't have any reading glasses, but anyway, it says use only with Jim Damaskeene blades. So there we go. Unfortunately, don't have Jim Damaskeene blades that are shavable, so we're going to do it with a treat. I've got a 2-day-old treat here, and it loads just like any of the other 1912s. Slip the blade in, be sure it's behind the blade stops, and click the top close, and you're good to go there. Make sure everything lines up, and there we go. Alright, so we're going to use Tabac cream and open comb Damaskeene and Clubman Musk. I like Clubman Musk to follow up the Tabac. Someone the other day said English leather was their favorite. I can see that. I think that would probably be pretty good also. I don't have any right now, so can't try it out. But anyway, the Clubman Musk is really nice. And we're going to use, this is a Lifetime brush that I reknotted and put a less expensive, cheap horse brush in. Just a China horse brush. This is not one of the ones with backbone. I didn't set it really deep. It's kind of floppy. It does really good on creams and soaps, and it's about everything I've used it on I've enjoyed. This particular brush, every time I say, well, you know, it's not shedding very much, it sheds some. So it's still a little bit of a shedder. I don't have a big problem with that. I know it's a cheap knot from China, but the brush looks good, and it really does. It performs good, so I don't mind if it sheds a little bit. Shucks, like I've said a million times before, I shed some too. So I guess if I was, you know, went brain dead and paid a bunch of money for a brush, then maybe I would worry about it shedding, but that's not on my list of things I stay up at night worrying about. There are a few things that ain't on the list. Alrighty, so get a little bit of the cream. We're just going to take the cream here and we kind of daub it on the old face. You can also, if it wouldn't have been a technical difficulty with the video from yesterday, good old technical difficulties, I was using Musco Real cream, the oat moss, and I put it on by squirting it into the brush and then working it on. That was with a synthetic brush. That works okay too. And you know, but this, put it on, spread it on. I know some people just take it and put dots of lather, and then they take the dots and work them up. Whatever works for you. It's no problem at all. No need to go to a bowl, because it's a cream. I use a bowl for a cream. I use a bowl for, you know, oatmeal. Soups and stews. See right there? Already you can tell that there is no problem lathering that way. Now Tabac lathers very well anyway. I probably used a little more than I needed to, but you know, the Tabac police are not going to come arrest you for doing that. Trust me on this one. So we'll get a good little lather going here. Feeling like it's a little thick, so we'll tip the brushes in the water. Nice warm sink of water here. You know, cold water is great. You know, I rinse my peas and my beans and other vegetables off in cold water. You know, before you stick a steak on the grill, it's good to wash it off, you know, when you get it from where they've been cutting it, and then you can marinate it and get it ready to go for the grill. Cold water works good for that. It's really good. On a hot day, shucks, a bottle of cold water is great. But when I'm shaving, I want warm water. I think it helps the soap lather better, and it helps clean the face off better when you're doing your prep work. Now, you know, a lot of people like cold water shaves. A lot of people like a lot of things. Heck, a lot of people like locks. Go figure. Yes, Fuzzy does not like the Glock. That does not mean Fuzzy would not shoot one if it was given to him. It just means that I don't like them. I won't buy one. So there we go. We'll go public with that, although people that know me already know that. Fuzzy's a revolver guy. Just, you know, how it goes. Alrighty. So, this is one of the Damaskenes that's got the curved top. And, I've said a million times before, I have no idea if the curved top I don't know if the curved top helps with the shave any or not. I suspect it doesn't. Most people say it doesn't. I'm okay with that. But I love the curved topped razors. You know, they made some 1912s that had this curved top, and you got the Damaskeene with the curved top. I love it. And even if it doesn't help any with the shave, and you still get, you know, you run down through there, and that still pretty much helps you with your angle on getting started. You pretty much run it nice and flat on that angle on the cap. There's a technique over at the Shave Den that they talk about with the 30-day club, the 30-day crew over there, and they call it riding the cap, which simply means you start on the cap and you come down and you keep contact, and that helps you with your angle. And I'm okay with that. I like that. And once you get your technique down, you don't ever think about that. You're just shaving. But, you know, use the cap as a guide on these, just like you would with a regular old 1912 or, you know, the Micromatic line. There, you run them on the cap. So, real good stuff. I just love the curved cap. I think I've probably said that enough for folks to know. I'll come under here. And then there we go. So this is just on a regular old day's growth. This is just my everyday morning shave. I also think that if you're going to say how much you like a razor, you should try using it as a daily shaver for a while to get the real feel of it. Razor, blade's a blade. Pretty much if the razor will hold the blade tight and the blade is sharp, you know, there's no defects. You can get a good shave out of just about anything. I mean, razor, blade. But everybody's going to have their favorites. I do. So, but the real test of a razor seems to me to be as far as how comfortable it is for you to use, whether it is the daily shave. It's a lot easier to get a good feeling shave, in my opinion, on more than one day's growth. The real test is if you can come in with just a day's growth and daily get a good shave out of a razor. To me, that's the test. And the Dammy is definitely on that list. But really, I don't know anything that's not on that list I have. Even the Micromatic, the original Micromatic, some people talk about it being too harsh or rough or whatever for a daily shaver. Not so. Not so at all. There's a lot of people that have used the Micromatics for daily shaving. And we're talking about the original, the open comb. I don't say open comb Micromatic anymore. It's just the Micromatic was the original. And you can use them for daily razors, and they do really great. You don't have to have a, you know, a warthog bristle type beard or anything. It'll shave whatever, light, heavy, doesn't matter. I think people sometimes are a little too much into their heavy beard, and they have to have the ultra sharp blades and this razor or that razor, and it's like, no. Learn to shave. Doesn't matter if you have a heavy beard or a light beard, and I've got far from a light beard. I've seen people with heavier beards. This would be a true statement. I have definitely seen, you know, people with heavier beards, but I have far from a light beard. You know, if the blade is sharp enough, it'll shave. Now I will say this, that I will agree that there are some blades that people can get more shaves out of than others. I will agree with that. Let's bring the feather blade into play with that. Feathers are so sharp that they dull quicker, which sounds like an oxymoron, but it's true. I've been sitting here talking and I've missed my coffee, and that's just a terrible thing. Coffee, I'm telling you. So take just the stainless steel single edge feather blades that we use in our auto strops and our valets. You know, everybody knows, or most everybody thinks, that the stainless steel blade, you get 2 good shaves out of it and it's gone. Whereas a regular modified gem blade, you get, you know, yada 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 shaves. They're too sharp. They're really sharp to start with, sharp to the point of being harsh, and they just die off quicker. It's just like a skinning knife. If you over sharpen a skinning knife, when you go to start skinning game, especially something, you know, heavy game, deer, elk, whatever, the knife will actually dull faster than if you just work a good cutting edge into it, a good skinning edge, we used to call it. The kids used to like to go and they'd learn to sharpen, boy, they could knock some hair off their arm and all, and that was really happy. I was the same way when I was a kid. That's not a good skinning edge though. But anyway, so razor blades are the same. And so you can have blades, we'll do a little touch-up stuff here with a witch hazel. You can have blades, I will agree, that can last longer than others. But as long as the blade is sharp, it'll cut and you can get your shaves out of it. I think your technique can also help you get more shaves out of a blade. You're running a nice flat angle instead of a too sharp of a scraping angle. I think that'll help out with your blade longevity also. Well, while we've been sitting here rattling on, I done got a good shave. The open comb Dammy, any of the Dammys, any of the 19, whatever, but the open comb is just special. Open comb does not, by any means, have to be aggressive. Everybody, when they see open comb, or not everybody, a lot of people, when they see open comb, they immediately think aggressive razor. No, not at all. Number one, your technique helps take some of that out, but number two, it's just not true. This open comb Damaskeene is actually a very, very mild filling razor. But on top of that, it is also a very efficient razor. And it'll take on any growth you have. But my one-day growth test, it always passes with flying colors. It's just a wonderful shave. They're a little bit harder to find, and but they're very much worth the hunt. If you get a chance and you're over at TOST, look up T. White. He's one of the moderators over there. Good buddy of mine, a global moderator, as a matter of fact. He's one of the guys that keeps the wheels on that place when I'm not around. And great guy. But he has picked up several of the Damaskenes, the open comb Damaskenes. He's just really good at finding them. He's actually picked one out that I missed. I was going through looking at back when I was hunting the auctions more on eBay. He went through and picked up an auction that I passed on. And I didn't notice until he pointed it out when he did the View Who Look What I Got post that there was an OC Dammy in there. And it's like, really? I didn't even bid on that. I didn't even notice it. So anyway, he's good at finding them. So look up over there there's some pictures of his Damaskeene collection. You'll just have to hunt through and find them. I don't know exactly what post it's in, but really worth looking at. He's really good at finding those things, and Tom's such a generous guy. I think he's given several of them away. So anyway, that's our morning shave. Open comb Damaskeene, beautiful razor. It's just, you can't, you know, using these old razors and getting the good shaves out of them, it's just a great feeling, even if you're not particularly a vintage type guy. And I'm not as a vintage guy as some are, but I do love the old stuff, and old razors especially. I've got old coffee pots, and I got all kinds of old stuff around here. Most of it's packed away because I got a little bitty apartment, but I'm pretty vintage myself. But using these old razors is just awesome. So we're going to finish up with some Clubman Musk, which is just an amazing scent. Probably like my third favorite. It would fight with second place for the citrus musk, of course, top being the Clubman. But yeah, Clubman Musk. I'll give that a try sometime if you haven't already. So there we go. So we're going to clean things up around here. Finish getting ready for work. And of course, after we use our carbon steel blade, we're going to dry it off, because we want to be able to use it again. And that's one of the things with carbon steel blades. Now, to me, that's not a deterrent using carbon steel blades. To some people it is. Not sure why, but some people just don't like, you know, the maintenance and all. But I don't have a problem with it personally. You know, I shine my boots really often for work and keep my pocket knife sharp, clean my razors, dry my razor blades off. I think that all kind of goes together, personally. Just my thought. Alrighty, well, y'all have a good day. I'm going to finish up my cup of coffee and probably hunt me up a second one before I get out of here and get my day going. Y'all have a good day. I'm going to have a good day. Stay warm wherever you are, because you know, around this part of the world it's pretty cool. If you're in a hot part of the world, stay cool. You know, there are hot parts of the world right now. Backside, whatever. And we'll have another day later. Happy shaves.